Humidity makes heat unbearable, and it's not just blazing hot days that make a heat wave uncomfortable or downright dangerous. It's the stifling overnight temperatures that you can't overlook anymore. Digital writer Dennis Mersereau joins us to help break this down right off the bat. Dennis, how does humidity make heat that much more dangerous?
The old cliche that it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity has a lot of science to back it up. It's not just an old saying. Humidity interferes with our ability to sweat, and it interferes with sweat's ability to cool off our bodies. Our bodies take advantage of a principle known as evaporative cooling. When sweat evaporates from our skin, it pulls heat away from our skin, which helps us regulate our body temperatures. When there's a lot of humidity in the atmosphere, it prevents the sweat from being able to evaporate efficiently, which keeps that sweat, stuck to your skin, your shirt sticks to your back, and you can't cool off as effectively. And this interferes with everybody from vulnerable people who live without air conditioning, they have health issues, and it even affects healthy people too. Healthy people can succumb to heat-related illnesses like heat exhaustion and heat stroke if they overdo it when they're jogging on a hot day, for example.
Yeah, or exacerbate many underlying health issues. Now, we know that blazing hot days are downright deadly, but how do those sticky overnight temperatures make matters so much worse?
Those sticky nights are absolutely brutal. And when we have a heat wave, you have day after day of compounding heat. You have these blazing hot temperatures during the day, and then you have these overnight temperatures that are really stuffy and uncomfortable, and they offer you no relief. When we have a lot of excess moisture in the atmosphere, when the humidity is really high, it's swampy. Think about when you go to Florida, for example, you walk around the resort at night and it just feels like you're walking in the swamp because the atmosphere can't cool off. Water has a high heat capacity, so water retains a lot of heat. And when you have that water vapor in the air, it's not going to allow the air to cool off very much at night. So you have these awful days that bleed into these terrible nights, and you have day after day of just brutal temperatures, brutal conditions. You're not getting any relief, and folks, especially folks who live without air conditioning, they can't open the windows and find that relief anymore, because when you use fans to cool off, the fans evaporate the sweat off of your skin, and when there's a lot of humidity in the atmosphere, that's not going to work very well.
So your body needs a chance to acclimatize after long periods of being in hot and humid weather. Now try this on for size: the peak humidity in June of 2025 in a select group of cities around the southern Great Lakes Basin, where it felt like between 44 to 46 with those sticky dew points. And now here's something that you may not know. Living in cities can actually make heat and humidity so much worse compared to suburb or country living. Why?
Absolutely. It's called the urban heat island effect. This is why cities like Toronto, Ottawa, even cities on the prairies, Winnipeg, Calgary, they can get much hotter than their surrounding areas because you have all those buildings, you have all that pavement, and you have relatively little vegetation. There's not too many parks or, trees lining the roads, and you don't have lawns to keep things cool. So you have all the feedback from the buildings and the streets and the sidewalks that heat up the atmosphere. And then you have temperatures that are a couple of degrees warmer during the day, and they stay a couple of degrees warmer at night. And that might not seem like much, but when you have a brutal heat wave that's day after day, and then you don't have air conditioning on top of that, it can have serious health effects for folks in the area.
Okay, so when you have low temperatures on your 7-day forecast that are above 20 degrees, know that the urban heat island effect may be in play. Before we let you go, know some safety tips of extreme heat: air conditioning over a fan if humidity really is in play, and know the signs and symptoms of heat stroke and heat exhaustion.